live stream. I just finished actually filming a video. It was on Murder Mystery 2. It's technically not finished. It's kind of, I might do it as a continuation of another video that I did. I filmed 2 Murder Mystery 2 videos within the last 2 weeks. So that one might come out together. I don't know entirely what I want to do with that yet. Anyway though, hello. Welcome to my channel again. Good to see you all again. There are a couple of things I want to talk about. I thought that I might want to, change a couple of things, and I wanted to let you guys know about those sort of things. Just so you guys know, by the way, hold on, my bad. I'm thinking, and at the same time, I'm doing my work. Looking at some stuff. Okay. Anyway, hello. Let me give you guys my full attention. So, yeah, I've been busy these last couple of weeks. A lot of things have actually been happening. I want to let you guys know about those things. First off, about the hair, let me let you know about that. I did not get a haircut. Okay, it's still the same. As you can tell, the length is still growing out here, length is growing out here, and length is growing out here. However, I showered, and I use a certain shampoo that gets rid of dandruff. Whenever I use that certain shampoo, my hair looks really fuzzy around here and kind of weird around here. Because it ends here, it doesn't go down here. It went down here like it usually does in most videos I make. It looks like actually normal. But this one, the other one looks so wild that I just can't. I didn't like it. So I styled it, and now it looks like this. So it actually looks okay. I can also style it so it looks back here. And that looks okay too. This one hair strand right here is so long though. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Probably just going to put it back here. I'm going to eat a piece of gum. By the way, okay, so let me tell you about what's different. 3 weeks ago, I got sick. I got sick. And it was bad. I believe it was from my friend from English, but it could have already also very well have been my brother. Hello, good to see you. Welcome to today's live stream where I talk about things that have been going on recently in my life for the last 3 weeks, starting back in the last 3 weeks and coming to here. It will explain why I haven't made videos in a bit. Hello. Hey. Well, it's a lot of you guys. Hello. Good to see you all. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Whoa, 15 people? Wow. Hello. Basically, I'm just doing a little recap. I haven't talked, and we're done a live stream for a very long time. So I thought I'd do one again. I hit the gritty? No. Very much no, I'm not doing that. What are you guys talking about? My gosh, I am okay. Thank you for letting me know about that. Or asking me really. If you guys want to see something I did, actually I'll show you guys it a bit later. Stand up? No. No, I'm not gonna stand up, and the reason why is because Mew for you? What the heck? What are you guys talking about? No, guys, okay, come on. Let's talk, can we talk normally about normal stuff? It's supposed to be about me. Talking about... Really, guys? Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna start talking because this is really... You having a good night? It's not nighttime, actually. It's kind of afternoon, really. It's dirty. No, I'm not gonna mute. Okay, guys, come on. Let's just, can we talk about things? I don't want to talk about. I want to talk about what's been happening for the last 3 weeks. Oh, you. Yeah, I will let you know about that, okay? I'm sorry, but I just really have not had the time to get through that, so I'm gonna get through, alright? I will talk about my Minecraft username and give it to you. What are you guys saying? What country am I from? I don't know why it took me so long to think about that. Well, I mean, I'm from Vietnam. My parents are from Vietnam, but I was born here in the United States. So, yeah. Vietnamese American. What was I gonna say now? Did I play Fish in Roblox? No, but I wanted to play that game. I also wanted to play Dead Rails or whatever it's called. Dead Rails. I want to play those two games and get into it because they seem like trendy Roblox games, which are on mobile, so I can actually play those. Get a girl? Um, hard to say. Play Brookhaven. Lots of girls. No, I'm not like that. Play Brookhaven maybe. Thank you for that idea. My username in Roblox. I'll give you that too. I will just let me get back to you. Okay, I will get back to you as soon as possible. ASAP. Just let me know. I will let you know. I meant. But talk if I can talk about my relationships too. But um, AT. What is that? Sorry, I don't know what game you're referring to. Um, Dead Space and Fallout's? No, probably not. Fortnite, I don't play Fortnite. I played it once on my iPad, so it was actually a pretty bad experience, but that might just because I was on my iPad. Look it up. Okay, I will. I will. Thank you guys for letting me know about that. But now I actually gotta talk, okay? So if you guys want to ask me more questions, go ahead. But I will have to get back to you later. But I want to talk about what's been going on these last 3 weeks. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, 3 weeks ago, I got sick. Um, I think it was from my friend in English, but it could have also very well have been my brother because he had a sore throat at the time, and we were doing a puzzle together, I think. So I could have very well gotten sick from him, but I caught something 3 weeks ago, and I had a fever of what I think was 101. It got down really easily because I took pills. I did this thing called a I forgot what it's called. It's the thing where you inhale to help you with your coughs. I think it's called an inhaler actually. What else happened? And basically, I was like that for a week. I was very sick. I actually decided I wanted to go back to school, obviously, because when this weekend ended, I don't want to miss out on school. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna go back to school. Guess what? The first day was okay. Second day, I felt like I was gonna throw up every 3 seconds. I didn't throw up at all, or even gag. I never threw up or gag. But there's a feeling I don't know why I have it, but I feel like my stomach, there's like some sort of gas or liquid in your stomach, and it goes all the way up to here. So you feel like you're gonna throw up. It's gonna happen. Like it's reaching that limit where eventually it just spews out of your mouth. But no, I never did throw up. So that was kind of scary. I had to go to the bathroom and try and see if I can throw up, but I couldn't do it. So I said, okay, I gotta go back home. So my mom took me back home, and I had to rest again, get back well again, and I went back to school. And that time, things were actually normal, and I actually got better. However, that was in the course of 2 weeks. So that's why I've been gone. I didn't have time to make videos. I was not in the mood for editing videos or making thumbnails. I put out a couple of videos, old videos that were made like 2 months ago, but that was basically it. I still have videos from 2 months ago that I haven't edited, so I need to edit those. And this week, I had a little bit of time to record, so I actually did a couple of recordings. That was actually really nice. But that was basically it. I just don't really, most of the time I don't have the time, but sometimes it's because of things like this where I get sick. The reason why I won't have time nowadays is because I'm in this zero period thing called Academic Decathlon, which is like it's a trivia competition. You learn about 10 subjects, get tested on it like a regular class. Then at the end of the year, we see who has the highest grades, and we find a team of the highest grades to go into the competition. And yeah, I'm hoping I can be a part of that, but at the same time, it takes away a lot of time. Also, in a couple months, my sophomore year will end. Already, I remember talking about my freshman year, it felt like just a couple months ago, but apparently it's been a whole year. So, yeah, I'm gonna do a recap on my sophomore year, but then we gotta look to the future, to my junior year, which I've already thought about, and I've already come up with the classes I'm gonna take. I already had to fill out those forms and stuff. I did fill out a couple of AP forms, I won't reveal to you guys what it is because if I do, you're gonna have some high expectations for me. So, but just know that I did fill out a couple of AP classes because I wanted to pull on the challenge. I wanted to do 4 AP classes originally, but my mom and dad were like, "No, you shouldn't do that," and I agree with them. It would be a lot of work. So I decided, okay, we'll do 2 AP classes and we settle at that, plus academic decathlon, which will go out through my junior year until I think February of my junior year, which is like the later half of semester 2. So, yeah, it's been hard. Okay, it's been very hard, and also I'm gonna have a test on some stuff that I'm learning for academic decathlon. It's a music um, test because we learn different subjects, right? So music's one of them, and that's gonna be really hard. So I'm gonna have to study about that. So I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to make videos. I'm gonna try to put some short stuff out there, like Clash Royale, where I can just film really easily, Brawl Stars, maybe some Minecraft. I'm gonna try and get your Minecraft username to that person who asked. That's basically it. I'm trying to find some time, hopefully. So I'm scared for what is gonna be the future of this channel, because I've been going on breaks pretty regularly. But if I just push harder, well, we might be able to make it. You never know. Okay. So this is the part where you guys can start asking me questions again if you want. I can continue my talk. I do have more things to talk about. But if you have questions, now feel free to ask. One question that actually I did see a little earlier was if I play Blox Fruits. I'm editing a video on Blox Fruits that I made, I think before I got sick. So I will edit that and see when I can get it out. But when I do, I think it's going to be pretty good. I do plan on playing it as a series. So yeah. Next, I think I'll talk about my school life. I've already talked a lot about that, but there's a little bit more I want to get into. First of all, I'm in student council, as you guys would know. That thing has been a bit of a headache, really. Not that I'm regretting going into it, but it's just that I feel like I always have to worry about the meetings I go to because I feel like I don't talk too much. Because if you guys don't know, the student council is completely consisting of girls. So it's a little just put my tongue. It's a little harder for me to talk than for them to because they all kind of. I feel like that's the thing. Really, that's not my ideology, my philosophy when it comes to having friends. Guys will naturally attach to guys because they have things in common, right? Maybe they like certain games, they like certain activities. Girls will automatically attract to girls because they like certain things, right? Like for example, I don't know, guys will like let's say guys play Fortnite, right? They're gonna like Fortnite. I'm not saying that girls can't like Fortnite. I'm saying that most likely girls are gonna choose something else. Like let's see, what do girls like to do? Probably go out to like a boba place or something like that. I mean, do you really think that guys are gonna be going out to boba places? I mean, I do go to a boba place, but I mean not that often. So it's not something that I do regularly, right? So yeah, there's just different interests. Now, again, you're gonna have girls who like doing things that guys do, and guys liking things that girls like to do. That doesn't mean that they're not straight. That just means that they like opposite things. There's certain things called tomboys, right? That kind of stuff where girls are kind of manly-ish. Where like I know a girl who likes dodgeball, so it's kind of like you wouldn't expect that kind of thing. Most girls who actually play dodgeball in my school don't like it at all because it's physical. I feel like what would be a little bit more physical than dodgeball might be flag football, which we've done actually. We've covered that unit in PE. That is physical. But I'm actually okay doing it. I'm actually pretty good at it, so that's actually pretty cool. What was my point? Yeah, so it just feels like the girls fit in more amongst each other in student council. I'm kind of that outcast. In addition, I'm really quiet, so I'm kind of shy. I don't know what to say, so it's very hard. It's kind of just a big deal that I have to go to every single week, and I'm in it, and I like doing what I do. I like helping the school out, but at the same time, there's this. I feel like a huge burden to their class. I feel like they could probably do so much better if they just found a female secretary. I mean, no, female budget, right? Budgeter. treasurer. That's what they call them, female treasurer, or a treasurer who's a guy but actually likes to talk. So it's kind of hard. Which is why I feel like if I did have a girlfriend or some sort of, I don't know, a lot of friends who are girls. I do have friends who are girls, but I don't think if I had a lot of them, I might be able to bond a little bit better than I do right now. So that's why I'm saying junior year, I'm hoping I can get into student council, but be the class president. That's a big deal and a huge ambition, but I don't know if it's gonna be able to happen. I'm gonna try and run for junior class president, and that's gonna be hard. I don't know if it's junior class president or junior vice president because I'm trying to get my friend to do it, and if he wants, he can be president. I'll be fine with vice president. But the reason why I want to do this is because I want to have authority. I want to be able to say, oh, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. Why? I feel obligated to talk, right? Because I'm the one who's the leader. I'm giving out orders. So if, even if I'm the vice president, if the president is not there, he's like out for some other, activity, or he's, sick, I can sub in and I feel like a leader. I feel like I have to ask the questions. I feel like I have to talk. So that's why I want to be junior, somewhat president or vice president of next year. If I'm going to do student council, I want to do that. If I don't get that role, most likely I'm not going to try and be in student council anymore because really I don't feel like I'm helping out a lot. I feel like I'm working well with them, like decently well. I can, probably if I was in a one-on-one conversation, I could work well and I do my job, but I feel like they could just do so much better if it wasn't me who was the treasurer. That's just my thought. My thought. Maybe if they think differently about that, and they actually think that will actually work really well with them, then okay, that's great. But I mean, I don't think so. I just don't see that being something that could happen. Yeah. On a brighter side, though, if I do become junior class president, I think I'm going to be a lot more successful. I think I'm going to be a lot more happy and a lot more motivated to actually work as a part of class council. And I like being a leader. I like doing it. I had this group project in world history one time, and I was the leader. Why? Because they literally put it upon me, my group members put it upon me to do the slides. And, if I did the slides, that means they basically have to do zero work. All they have to do is just memorize the things on the slides, which they didn't do. So I felt like a leader there, right? I had to teach them, oh, this is what's on the slides. You don't have to memorize it, but just remember you have flashcards, right? Try and, practice that kind of stuff. I organized FaceTimes. I organized group time for us to actually work together. I organized the slides, so I was being a leader during that time. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I like being a leader, guys. I really do. So, yeah. Oh, here is a project that I had in English that I thought you guys might want to see. This, basically, we have a bag. And on the outside, you have to draw anything that is related to you and explain how it's related. So I might as well do it to you guys so I can get extra practice here. And this is my bag. It's very elaborate. Originally, you don't have to do this. I glued an extra layer of paper on top of the bag. You're supposed to draw on the bag. So I'm going above and beyond now. I'm taking things seriously. So here's what it is. It's also actually like not just, closing up because I have something inside. So here's what it is. Let me show you guys. This right here is me. Whoop. I got curtains. That's something that I created. So like curtains open up to the stage. Why do I have curtains? Well, it kind of explains me. I always feel like I'm on a stage, as you can tell. I always feel like I'm an actor, a singer, or someone who's on stage and presenting themselves to the world. I feel very vulnerable about that because I always think that everyone's judging you, right? When you're on stage, you're the only person up there. People are judging you. So I always feel like I'm being judged every single day. Every single time I'm at school, even if they're not even looking at me, I just feel like I'm being judged by people. This one right here is a joke. It says, I am your father. Nope, I'm just Brandon Lee. Yeah, it's a Star Wars line, obviously. But what this means is that I choose to be an individual. I don't want to be anyone else. I mean, imagine the person who played Darth Vader, right? He probably made a lot of money, millions probably, from just playing Darth Vader, having these iconic lines. Well, I don't need to be that one successful guy. I don't need to play him. I can just be myself. Over here is a quote. I think it's a Thomas Edison quote. I kind of can't see it from here because it's backwards. But it says, let me check what it says. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. That's a really good quote. Why? Because that explains me. I mean, I don't have to be a natural at math, a natural at science. No, I just have to work hard. I need to have a good work ethic so I can work. 99% of it is perspiration. Perspiration, sweating, right? It's working hard. Whether it's, actually physical working or emotional work in the brain. These colors were a choice. These ones, this is a rainbow. These ones are supposed to be creative colors. These ones are supposed to be logical colors, darker colors, and they integrate. What that means for me is that I am both creative and logical. I have different sides of me. On the other side, this one's also a picture of me. Kind of open up my head here, show that there's a dump. I dump out my information every single time. When you interact with me, you're gonna know something more about me because I dump it all out at you. And these right here are doors, which I designed to open up. This one right here, I think it shows that sometimes I wear a mask. Okay, I try to change who I am, just to look good and make you my friend. Well, that's not always a good thing. So some of these things are not good things about me, but they are who I am, right? You can't deny that. This one is Walt Whitman. He is a poet that I like. I'm very heavily inspired by him. I made poems because of him. Over here, this is a picture of Julius Caesar. Shows, like I said before, I am a leader. Sometimes I'm not always good at it, but I like to be a dictator. I like to make people do things that I think will benefit everybody, but they don't always benefit everyone because I'm an amateur, right? I'm not a good leader always. But I do things the way I want to do them when I am leader. This one right here, I kind of can't see, but you kind of can't see it. Sorry, I can, but you guys kind of can't see it. It's very dark, but it is a picture, a Tim Cantor art piece of, I think it's 3 hands and a bird. It basically shows the 3 hands are binded, so it shows that, there's a soul beneath all of the, tragedy of, the arms being binded. These ones are smaller doors, and they actually have an X inside of each of them. That shows that not all of these doors are open to me. I mean, some doors open, the ones that I want to open and think are beneficiary, but some of them, they're not for me. Like, I mean, this one could very well be tap dancing, and I would never open that door because I'm not into tap dancing. This is still to show that I'm on stage. This right here is to show that everyone is integrated. Everyone has something similar about them. They all have some of the same colors, but there's individualism to humans, I mean, you can say, oh, there's a species of rabbit. They all look the same. Yeah, they're going to have something in common, right? Their looks. I mean, me, for example, if I went back to Vietnam, you probably would never notice that, oh, his name is Brandon Lee. If I never showed you, I never introduced myself because we're all Vietnamese, right? So, we all have something in common, but in the end, we are individuals. This guy, he chooses this door. He has something devious about him. Maybe he wears a mask. This person right here, this lady, she opens this door. She's into poetry. This lady opens this door over here. She can be a dictator sometimes. She can be a leader and does the things that she thinks are best for the team, but ends up doing things that actually only benefit herself on accident. This guy, gentleman over here, he chooses to, and this one, it's kind of, he has a secret soul about him that's only just released. So yeah, that's my bag. Just thought I'd show you guys that. It's really, really cool. Really good project. Thank you to my English teacher for coming up with that project. It was so much fun making it. And yeah, it's really cool. All right, let me bring you guys forward over here. All right. Now, hold on. I'm going to take out my piece of gum so I can actually talk normally. I think that's basically all I really wanted to talk about. I feel like there could be more, but I had a different live stream plan for this. I wanted to talk. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see if I have my. Do I have my? Hold on, guys. Oh, I do. Hold on. I have my beanie. This is what I was talking about earlier. I don't know if I talked about it in this live stream or not, but basically, I wear this beanie now. It's basically it helps me keep my hair in a certain spot. So I put it on. Hopefully, this will actually get on well. But the reason why I wear this now, um, you guys will notice in a couple of my videos, I actually wear a beanie. This particular beanie too. I don't have a lot of different beanies. This is the only one I have. So, you'll see me wear this one, and the reason I wear it is because it keeps my hair in place. And I always wear it after I shower. So you can tell in some videos after I shower, whenever my hair looks wet, I always wear this because it keeps my hair in place. And then after a long time of wearing it, it'll eventually end up like this, where it actually looks good. It's style and it's styled, it's stylish. So that's actually a pretty good, thing to do when your hair is wet. I'll be wearing this most of the time. When my hair is not wet, my hair will look normal again. But for now, no. So anyway, yeah. Um, what else I want to say? Someone asked me, I think in the chat, if I had a girlfriend or not. People have been asking me that for a while, so let's talk about that a little bit. I don't. The answer is no. Wait, one more thing. Let's see if this one still fits on my head. Does it work? No, I don't like that one. I like the beanie better. Also because it kind of fits with my clothes too. But anyway, like I was saying, no, I don't have a girlfriend. Kind of wish I did, because if I, like I said, one benefit would be student council. I kind of learn how to interact with girls better. But as you can probably tell, shy people don't always, they're not the luckiest when it comes to finding a partner, really, or just a good friend. It was so hard for me to find friends. During my freshman year, it was kind of easy because everyone was like, looking around for friends to find a friend group in the new high school, right? But people found them. I didn't really. I did find some friend groups, but they weren't the best. In fact, some of them actually badly influenced me. So, yeah, I'm glad I'm not friends with some of my freshman friends. Now, during sophomore year, though, I did find some better friends, so I'm very glad about that. And they are actually true ones. They value my opinion rather than trying to, convert me to whatever it is that they're trying to do. I remember one of my friends tried to convert me into listening to rap. I did not like it whatsoever. Not the actual rap, but the fact that he was trying to, make me listen to something that I didn't want to listen to, and he never actually cared about what I listened to. By the way, what I do listen to is like pop culture, Ed Sheeran, Imagine Dragons, Taylor Swift, that kind of stuff. Not a lot of people like Taylor Swift, and I get it. In fact, I don't like Taylor Swift too much. But my friend completely disregarded the fact that I actually liked pop culture stuff. And he tried to make me listen to Kanye West and Kendrick Lamar. I was like, dude, that's you. That's not me. So I was, very mad at him about that. And I don't really talk to him too much during sophomore year this year because I don't really want to talk to him. So really, just don't let people influence you the wrong way. Because if they do, then you're not gonna feel yourself, and that's what I like about who I am now. I didn't have to listen to everybody who told me to do something like that wasn't really necessary. If my parents say do your homework, I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna do that and I feel good about it. No, because it's necessary. I do my homework, right, for the very next day. It's cool, but stuff there are small things like what do you like to listen to. I'm not gonna change that, right? I can be introduced to a couple new things, but you don't have to make me like every single thing about that new genre. So I was very mad about that. I was. But this year has been a lot better. People actually care about what I like. They understand if I don't like certain things that they like. So I'm very glad about that. Girlfriend wise though, no better than last year. No better than last year, really. In fact, I think last year might have been better than this year. I was actually starting a relationship, somewhat a relationship with someone, but then I kind of tapped out of it because I was so I don't even think it was a relationship. It was a friendship. That was what it was. That's what it was. It was a friendship at first. A friendship, and it was like any other friendship. Because I still have friendships with girls. I still have friendships with guys too. So it was just a regular friendship, but I kind of wanted it to be more than that because I was thinking, oh, this is my lucky thing. She was the first girl I ever met at school, though. That's the thing. That's what made it so special. She was the very first girl I ever talked to at public school. So I wanted it to be more than that, but it really couldn't because after a couple of weeks of actually talking on a regular basis, for some reason I kind of tuned out. I don't think it was because of homework. My homework load was really, really low in freshman year because I took all regular classes. What do you want? What do you want? Hello? Okay, hi. I get it. Yeah, I'm gonna send you the. Oh, are you the one who wants the links? Yes, I will send you the Roblox and the Minecraft link later. Anyway, like I was saying, I will make sure that wait, what was I saying? Man, I keep on forgetting. Dang it, man! Dang it, man! No, I'm just joking. I was talking about my girlfriend, my future could have been future girlfriend. It was very, very tragic, so tragic. A Romeo and Juliet play, like it was. It wasn't that bad. It was really not that bad. I take things too seriously, but it was a friendship, and I thought it could be a lot more. So we were talking on a regular basis, but all of a sudden, for some reason, I just tapped out of it. I just, I think it's because she kind of moved away. Like she was in a, we had one class together where she was sitting on my table, but then she moved to a different table and started talking to her own friends. So I was like, okay, well she's gonna talk to her own friends, so I'm not gonna bother her. Apparently, she talked to her own friend, all of her friends, every single moment I saw her. So it was kind of hard for me to get to her because, right, like I don't want to interrupt what they're doing. Also, I don't want her girlfriends to hate me. So I just was silent the whole way through. That continued throughout the whole year. Months became a year. So then eventually I learned that it's probably not going to happen. For some reason, there was a part of me who always wanted it to happen. So I think I remember I wrote a letter to her. I don't know if I still have that letter because I think I put it in my old binder from freshman year. I threw that one away. So I might not have it anymore. But I remember I wrote a letter to her, and it was like asking her, "Oh, do you want to still be friends? Not if you want to be in a relationship, but if you still want to be friends." It was like, "Yeah, I do, but I'm not in the mood for a relationship." I think she could have sensed what I was saying. She got the hint, so she was like, "Oh no, I'm not really in the mood for a relationship, but we can still be friends." So I was like, "Okay, we can still be friends. Cool." Then one day I was lining up because during my biology class we have this thing where we line up in front of the entrance before the bell rings. So we were lining up, and I see her, and she's holding her hands with another guy. I was like, "Is that like your brother or something like that, or what?" Turns out this year I went on Instagram. I finally got an Instagram account. I got an Instagram account because student council, they want you to be able to post things that's kind of advertise what we're doing, right? Because we do a lot of fundraisers, so we kind of need advertisement. So my student council, they wanted me to get Instagram, and I was like, okay, I'll get Instagram. So I got Instagram only to actually just post a lot of fundraising stuff. Turns out there was a lot more than that than just fundraising. A lot of people who came to my school had Instagram, and they started friending me. So I was like, okay, I'll get a lot of friends. And I look up, oh well, maybe I can get my friend who was a girl, my somewhat girlfriend, who said she still wants to be friends. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and friend her. And I look at her story, and it turns out that she has a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend all along. That guy who I saw holding hands with her was her boyfriend, indeed. So she kind of didn't. Her letter did not correlate with what she actually was in. She was in a relationship. She not that she didn't want to be in a relationship or she wasn't in the mood for it. She was in one, but she just didn't want to be in it with me, which kind of makes sense. I feel like it made sense because she was trying to mince words. She was not trying to make me feel bad at all, and I didn't, so it worked. It definitely did work, but I kind of felt bad about that. I felt hurt that she lied about that, and that she was in a relationship. But I can't really say much, right? I can't really get mad at her for anything or hold anything against her because she did nothing wrong. I mean, she said she I mean she never said she wasn't in a relationship until that letter, so I would have never known. And also we were just friends, so you know that's the way it was. So I was kind of sad. But this year, I just, because of that experience, I decided, oh, well, maybe I should just, focus on my education. And that's a good idea. That was a great idea. A great choice was to get into focusing on education. Because I took summer geometry, that was a big deal. So I thought, okay, well, if I'm not in a relationship, who am I going to spend my summer with, right? I mean, I'm going to spend my summer with my family, yeah, but that's basically it. I mean, I can call my friends, my guy friends, but I mean, what else am I gonna do? So I don't really call any of my friends who are girls because they don't, Usually when I call my guy friends is because I and I'm gonna play Roblox or some game with them. And I don't think any girls are actually interested in playing Roblox with me, really. So I thought, okay, well, I'm not gonna do much. So why not take summer geometry? That was a great choice. Even though I didn't understand, I did not retain a lot of knowledge. I got through it and I passed. So now in sophomore year, I'm taking Algebra 2 honors, which is great because then I can move on to pre-calc and then calc. I was gonna take AP pre-calc, but I learned that there's no college credits. So no, yeah, but junior year I'm still taking pre-calc, so that's a good idea. Really, really good. Technically, I could have gotten here earlier, and here's how. If I took instead geometry, actually no, it would have been the same thing because you can take algebra 1 during 8th grade, but I wasn't in school during 8th grade, so you could take algebra 1 in 8th grade. When you get to 9th grade, you take geometry. 10th grade, you take algebra 2 honors, or on algebra 2. Then it's just the same thing. So I didn't really make that much of a difference. It was going to be the same thing anyway if I took algebra 1 in the middle school. So yeah. But the lesson is, overall, I'm glad I took my education seriously and put a relationship kind of thing aside, because now I'm very successful. I mean, I have all A's in all my classes, and I am, look at me. I mean, I'm trying to reach my ambitions. Next year I'm taking AP classes. Next year I'm going to be an academic decathlon. I'm going to be student council next year, so I'm glad. I'm happy about it. Every now and then, I do get sad, a little sad sometimes, because I do. Sometimes I just wish I had, you know, someone who's outside my family to talk to. I mean, I talk to my family all the time. I talk to my family every day. I interact with them every day because, obviously you have to, but also I talk to them just normally on a regular basis. Um, it's really important to keep a healthy relationship with your family, guys. Like, I know that a lot of kids, they don't really talk about their parents being, like, super cool or anything like that, but my parents are awesome. My brother's super cool too. My big family's super awesome. My grandparents, my aunts, and my uncles. I just have a really good family. So I'm very grateful for them. Uh, but yeah, kind of sometimes I just want someone who's outside my family to talk to, who's not a guy, because I always talk to my guy friends. I have one particular guy friend. Actually, no, I have two who I always talk to. I talk to every weekend. So, it's becoming a normal thing. But I kind of want someone else sometimes. I feel like everyone would have that urge, but some people just get it out better than me. Why do I feel like I'm in a therapy session with my current pose? I'm just laying in bed on a stretcher next to the therapist. Uh, well, yeah, though I can tell some people, do I believe in true love is one question I've always been asked, and the answer is yes, I do. Because I see people who just seem so right for each other at school that I'm like, dang. I mean, they were just right for each other. They were meant to be together. It's a Romeo and Juliet story. They were just meant for each other. Destined. Destiny. I do believe in those things. So potentially anyone can find those people, that one particular person. So yeah, I haven't. I hope you guys do. Hope everyone does, really, because then we can keep the human population going, guys. You guys get married, have kids, that kind of thing. But yeah, I kind of just wish I had a girlfriend sometimes to talk to, because it would help me a lot. I don't know. It really would help me that much. It would be that motivational, because then it would also be a little bit of an obstacle in my education. So I don't really know how much it would help, but I mean, it's just something that you kind of want sometimes. But one day it will happen. One day. You never know how long it will take, but eventually you will find it. Anyway, I think that's basically all I wanted to talk about. If you guys have any questions, let me know now, because I'm about to end the live stream. I just need to look through a couple of things on my phone here, and I'm gonna end the live stream. So yeah, any questions? If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. In the comment section on here. You don't have to leave just to do that. But yeah, go ahead. I just need to clear a couple things up on my phone because my phone is running out of storage. I need to get rid of some stuff. So yeah, just let me know. Can you say hi, Sunu, please? Sure. Hi, Sunu. I don't know that I did it right or pronunciated it right, but sure. I don't know what that's for, but okay. Go ahead. Alright, I think we're done here. So, thank you guys for watching. I think that's basically all I have. That's all I had to say, really. Oh, for a recap though, videos will be up soon. I hope I can get some out. You just work a little harder. We're during the nighttime. I don't usually utilize my nighttime because I try to get my sleep. But at the same time, I need to utilize that because I can do a lot more when I during nighttime. It's all quiet. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I think that's basically all. Unless you guys have a comment, hold your peace. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, check out my Purple vs. Red, the Purple vs. Red channel, as well as the Tapo Studios channel, because those ones, my brother works there too, so it's pretty awesome. Purple vs. Red's been dead for a while, so Tapo Studios though. Maybe I'll revive Purple vs. Red. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye. Have a good weekend.